What's up, people? Today I want to talk about, is it better to be misinformed or uninformed? Because I've been noticing a lot of propaganda going on the TVs lately. And propaganda has been going on for ever since there's been rulers ruling a lower class of people. They use propaganda to influence the people to move in a direction that they choose. So I'm gonna just skip right to more recent history, that more that we can something that we can understand. In World War II, we had Nazi Germany. And when the US went to war with Nazi Germany, they used inflatable tanks, not real tanks, tanks that were actually blew up with air. They influenced the Nazis to retreat because the Nazis seen this big brigade of tanks coming, but not knowing that they were not real tanks. So since the Nazis seen this, they retreated and gave up a lot of land and let them just that basically just walk right in. So then I started to look at more recent history, like for example, Flint. In Flint, Michigan, we keep hearing about how the water is lead poisoned in it and all of this. And there's really not been anybody that's been affected by it. I haven't heard of anybody dying, anybody having any real effects. But we go through this news and they tell us what is happening and we just eat it up. And then when they tell us what's going on, by the time they're done, we're in a panic. We don't know what to do. We're running crazy. We just want to run and get away. And really, it's all propaganda. The water's not poisoned. They told us it was. They're gonna get everybody to run out of there, and then they're gonna buy the land for cheap, for dirt, basically. They've been doing this for Chicago as well. For example, Chicago had has like 2.7 million people in there, and they only had like 762 homicides in 2016. Then I compare that to Cleveland. They have like 380,000 people, and their homicide is like 136 in 2016. So if you look at this, you start to compare it. Cleveland, I mean, Chicago is leading Cleveland like by 5.5 times the murder rate, but their population is like 7 times of Cleveland. But they're making it like Chicago is like the place not to go. It's the most dangerous spot. In reality, Cleveland is more dangerous than Chicago per capita. So it's like, what are they trying to do? They're trying to. Then all of a sudden, Trump start making decisions. Oh, we're gonna have to go in Chicago with the feds. All of this stuff is just to get in our head, and make us do what they want us to do. They want you to flee the cities. They want to make excuses so they could come in and raid the cities and kill people, and then it's like it's justified at this point. And then I'm looking at the rap scene, all of this. They have Kevin Gates running around in Arab garb, just in a total contradiction to the religion. And then the Arabs see this, and then they see it as basically their faith. And then they see this black guy, Kevin Gates, the rapper, running around tattooed up, talking about the most foul stuff to do, and he's wearing Muslim garb while he's doing it. So then they automatically get offended when they see black Muslims over here from like the Nation of Islam, and then they look at them like as if they're the problem, and they don't realize Kevin Gates doesn't own himself. He's owned, and he's under the influence, and he has to do what his contract tells him to do. So he's basically an agent, and when he does this, he's the face of all of us. And then, of course, the media, they go for the white people automatically. They try to operate off of their fear because they are the ones that's the most delusional when it comes to this stuff. They will hit their fear and tell them how much in danger they are and this and that, and you need to be careful. And so then when they start getting fear, they start all teaming up and making laws passed that's affecting black people to the point where we become victims of their fear. Black people not so much influenced by it. We pretty much stay away from what they be talking about. But when white people get a hold of it, they start making new regulations, and when they see stuff happen to us, they think it's justified because it's needed, because basically out of fear. So I don't know. After all this, what I'm just paying attention to lately, I'm starting to realize maybe we should just turn off the TVs because they keep talking fake news. The fake news is the major networks. We know who the fake news is. And if you want any peace of mind, you would turn the devil's source of information off because you're never going to get the truth. So I kind of think it's better to be uninformed than misinformed because my life is just fine until all of a sudden these people start flooding us with these images and this story. And now it's like, if you really pay attention, a lot of it's fake. So it's to the point now where you can't tell what's real from what's fake. And anytime you can't tell what's real from fake, if a person lie to you and you don't never know when they telling you the truth, I say cut them off and don't listen to anything they have to say. And that's all I got to say. Peace, people. Don't forget to like or dislike, subscribe, and get notified.